What is going on today, guys? As you can see, what we have here in front of us is the Spider-Man 60 Amazing Years Japanese Spider-Man. Of course, in the plastic-free packaging, which in and of itself is, at the moment, my biggest concern. I got this on pre-order, and I'm not too worried about the figure itself not being the figure inside of it, being swapped or anything like that. But I am concerned that the figure inside of it might not be in good condition, and that's just a problem I don't want to deal with as somebody who's supposed to be excited about this new thing I've bought, right? Like, I should just be all excited that I got this thing. But instead, I'm sitting here worrying if what I've got is bent up or broken or has bad QC, bad web lines, whatever. I don't know. I'm just concerned it's not going to be in good condition when I should just be excited that I've got it. One of the big things I hate about this stupid plastic-free packaging. Anyway, let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open and see what we have got inside. Alright, so here we have him out of the package. Before we talk about the figure, let's look at accessories here real quick. We got a couple of fists here. So he's got fisted hands. Okay. He comes with this web accessory, and it's this nice, clean, bright white, which I'm really, really digging. And then he's also got a couple of web accessories here, which again, that nice, bright, crisp white, which is very reminiscent of the old show. If you've ever watched the old 70s Japanese Spider-Man show, his webs were like white, very kind of thick and white. And yes, I'm still talking about webs. And no thwip hands. You can see he comes with slightly opened hands on the figure and fisted hands, extras. No thwip hands because in that show, he didn't have the thwip hands. He used this little bracelet that he had right there, that you can see right there, to shoot his webs. And I gotta say, okay, I'm gonna try and get this out of the way right off the bat. This figure just has me just so excited. I'll be honest. I saw this thing and knew I wanted it because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but getting this thing out of the box, this thing is so cool looking. Like, I gotta admit. And I went through it and checked it for any, potential, issues with paint or anything like that. And I didn't see anything major, nothing that caught my attention. It looks pretty good, but I'm just looking at this guy and just everything. The blue is perfect. The wrist, the little piece there on the wrist is done beautifully. The slight kind of orangish, tinge to the red just kind of pops a little bit more than just a standard red that you would see on a Spider-Man figure. I love that you've even got on the head sculpt, you can see the outline of the ears and the nose and the mouth under the mask. Like, this thing is so cool. I gotta be really honest. Once I looked at this thing, I was so happy with this. This thing just looks awesome. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, from a comic book perspective, or, trying to do live action, Spider-Man or whatever, which this, of course, was a live action show. Like, there's so much about this that's just real kind of basic. But man, there is just something about this. The head sculpt, even the logo on the chest, the more kind of traditional V shape to the body, the wide web lines. That just, I don't know, man, it screams childhood to me. I don't know what it is about this. I really, really love this figure. It's got nice little details, even on the suit. You can see like some of the wrinkles at different places in the suit. Even on the mask up here, you can see some of the wrinkles in the suit. Like there's, somebody really wearing this costume. It's not just a skin tight thing that, could be just a nude dude being painted up. Like, it looks like a guy in a costume. Even the little wrinkles under the knees there. Man, I gotta be honest. I love the white bottoms to the shoes, to the feet. Looks good. And you see it from the side there, right there with the soles. I gotta be honest, man. Maybe I'm just being a super geek right now, but I'm really liking this. I'm really, really, really liking this figure. This is just hitting all the little childhood geek, points in my life that's just really tripping off a lot of nostalgia and stuff. You know, and you know, it's not like I was obsessed with this show or anything. I watched it when it would come on occasionally on television. It's not like here in the United States we got a whole lot of Japanese Spider-Man, but it did come on some channels at some times, you know, in my youth. And I don't know, man. I can't explain it. I can't explain what it is about this figure that's just really like feeling all cool and nostalgic and childlike. I don't know. It's just really well done. I mean, paint apps, sculpt are really, really nice, really clean. Like I said, I love all the details on the head sculpt as far as just being able to like see the outline of the ears and the nose and the mouth and everything where it looks like a guy in a suit. I love the kind of orange tinge to the red. I know I'm just repeating myself at this point. I know, but I'm just really, really liking this figure. Oh man, I haven't even talked about Articulation yet, which is pretty standard Marvel Legends Articulation, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. It is all pinless, and as far as the the knees and the elbows, you get that. You know, you get this with the elbows there. Head is on the ball joint here, so he can look up to about there, look down. I mean, it's all pretty standard. He doesn't even have the newer articulation of the other Spider-Man figures. He's just got the standard ab crunch, you know, where he can bend over like that and go back like that, which I know a lot of people might be disappointed with on a Spider-Man figure, but for some reason it is not bothering me at all with this guy. I am absolutely loving this thing. This thing just is awesome. This may be the most excited I've been about a Marvel Legends figure in years. I gotta be honest here, and I did not feel this way before I took it out of the package. I gotta be real honest, and I'm not happy with Hasbro and Marvel Legends right now because of all the shenanigans they've been pulling lately. But I gotta say, man, they knocked it out of the park, at least for me on a personal level. They knocked it out of the park with this guy right here. They did just such a great job here. Like, I'm really, really digging this figure. So before I just continue to repeat myself here, let's go ahead and get some other Spider-Man figures and some other figures in general, do some comparisons here, and see how this guy stacks up. All right, so obviously first comparisons here, we got to do the two new Spider-Man that came out. On the left, we've got the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. On the right, we got the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, and both of these are fantastic figures. Obviously, my personal preference between these two is the Amazing Fantasy. I think it is just a perfect Spider-Man figure, but I can't really tell you what it is, man, but this Japanese Spider-Man there in the middle is just doing it for me between these three. I love this thing. I like it better than the other two, and I look how the color pops. Just the blue pops more. The red / orange just pops more. There's just something really cool about this figure. And while they all three look great, I mean, at the moment, I am just really, really happy and kind of enamored by this Japanese Spider-Man. And here we are with Pizza Spidey and the PS4 Spidey, two favorites among the Spider-Man Marvel Legends loving community. Two fantastic figures, both of them in their own right. But again, there's just something about this Japanese Spider-Man that is just doing it for me. I don't know what it is. There's just something that is just screaming Spider-Man perfection to me right now. And I'm really liking this figure a lot more than either of these two. All right, since this is Spider-Man, but not Peter Parker, still, we got to throw him up with some of Peter Parker's women here. Of course, we've got Mary Jane as Spinnerette and Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen. And for some cool Spider-Man villains, we've got Mysterio and we've got Electro from Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I don't care what anybody says about that movie, I love this movie figure. I think it's a great figure. And yeah, Japanese Spider-Man is looking good with these two. And for a couple more villains, of course, we've got to throw in some symbiotes here. On the left, we've got Venom, and on the right, we got Cletus Cassidy himself, Carnage. And of course, we got to throw him up against some even larger villains here. We've got the Lizard Build-A-Figure on the left, and the Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure on the right. All right, guys, so let's talk about price here real quick. And this guy is up there in price when it comes to just kind of a standard Marvel Legend release, which he is. Let's be honest here. There's nothing special about him. He's not bigger. There's no extra accessories. He doesn't come with a vehicle or anything like that. This isn't a deluxe pack. He's just a standard Marvel Legend, and he's going for about 33 bucks, which is too much money. And this is where I just gotta be honest. Look, I, as you can tell from watching this video, have absolutely fallen in love with this figure. Does that mean it is worth $33? And the answer is no, it's not. It is a great figure. The colors are great, the sculpt is great, the paint is great. Even the basic accessories it comes with are perfect for this figure. It's done really, really well. Is it, however, a $33 figure that either you're going to get at retail, but probably not, because you're probably not going to find it locally at retail, and then have to pay tax on it? Or is it worth buying online where you're paying taxes and shipping on top of that? Probably somewhere around 40 bucks for this guy, all said and done. It's just not, guys. It's not worth it. This is not a $35 to $40 figure. It's a good figure. Oh man, it's a great figure. This is a great Spider-Man figure, but it is still just a plain old Marvel Legend. Yeah, it's well done. Yes, it is pinless. But I mean, it doesn't even have the newest, latest, and greatest articulation. It only comes with one set of hands and a couple of web accessories. It's just a plain old Marvel Legend, and it is really, really cool, and I really, really like it. But there's no way that this is worth 35 to 40 bucks. It's just not. You're not getting that much plastic here. It does not have that much value, period. So, do you pass on this? Do you go for it? I don't know, man. You got to make your decision on whether or not you want to willingly overspend on this, because that's what you're going to be doing. Obviously, I did. Okay, I'm a huge Spider-Man dork, and I'm going to willingly overspend on this, as I did, and I'm going to find a way to justify it to myself, although I can sit here and tell you definitively this is not $35 to $40 worth of plastic here. It's just not. If you want to pass on this, I completely understand. It is too much money for what it is, even as much as I personally love it, but you got to make that decision for yourself. So there you go, guys. That's about all I have to say about it. Thanks for watching, as always, and we will see you guys next time.